look at the payroll of non-manufacturing organizations. It's the expense side of the ledger is mostly payroll. And then if we ask ourselves how much time we waste with the limitations of our interpersonal and power-related dynamics, in a way, there's no surprise that the profit margin would expand as quickly as it does, given that most of the expense side is payroll.
I had this, just to give you this example, there's an organization that's just an hour and a half north from where I now live in upstate New York that I came across. They're doing high-end optics. So it's a manufacturing organization. I think they have a bit more than 300 people. And so it was founders who sort of probably were open to this and then stumbled upon the book, and it just happened that their CEO, who was this ultra-controlling person, asked to leave. And so once they read the book, they said, okay, that makes sense. We'll not replace this hyper-controlling CEO and just, you know, give space. And they just charted the numbers. I mean, it was just ridiculous. I mean, they in 3 years' time, they will have doubled their revenues for an organization that existed for 25 years, and they were always sort of making money, losing money. And suddenly, I mean, they've, you know, their profit is increasing tenfold. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But what was interesting to me was when I asked, you know, this founder CEO the question of, so what are the big things that changed, you know, that explain, you know, these totally impressive numbers? And he say, I couldn't say. And you know what came up for me is that we have this expression, you know, a death by 1,000 cuts. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if there's an expression for the opposite, sort of flourishing by 1,000 little things. Yeah. But that's how, you know, it goes in that organization. You know, it's one worker deciding, hey, rather than doing things on 2 different machines, I'm going to do them on this machine, or I'm going to split them, or I'm going to, you know, do work from tomorrow today. And so I found it so interesting that the owner and the CEO couldn't pinpoint to anything in particular with that dramatic shift, right? And so, you know, that's sort of the depth of the resilience, or as you were saying, you know, just all of the time and energy that we traditionally waste, that we no longer waste, and all of, you know, the ideas and creativity of people that suddenly can be directed towards a productive goal. I just found it's, you know, so eye-opening for me to put it that way. It's like 1,000 little things that we don't even know what they are.
The 10,000 emails that were not needed.
Yeah.
And what that space in time and consciousness allows to emerge in terms of new forms.